Can't complain.
So I've got a circle here. I mean, I've got a hangout going on. You ever seen one?
No.
See, other people can come in here, and whoever talks will go to the top, so I'll cut the volume off. Or I guess I can just turn it down.
Let's see.
All right, so we got I don't hear anything.
Well, you turn the volume down.
Oh, it's that. All right, so that's the start. All right, that's the long one I like for the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's the 90-second.
And then
That's the rejoin. And
that's the one that I don't like that we used to use.
Yeah, that's just a 30-second, and not only that, that's at a different level. So if you leave that one, try not to hit that one. Even that one looks different at level 2. Play with your levels as soon as it, to quilt.
All right, so that's good. So I'll do about there, and then I'll okay. So now it's broadcasting it on Google Plus. I don't know how to mute the speakers.
Well, I mean, once you're into the program, what's coming out of the speakers is what you're doing. I don't know if that'll hurt you.
Those speakers are muted as soon as I hit the mic.
No, they will. I think they'll stay on if you hit the mic.
Your greatest hits, WCRV, Front Royal Winchester. The River, 95.3.
All right. So the temperature is.
ABC News. Ontario holding are bumping in the road to an economic recovery. Maybe
that's our local.
Aren't too worried about the March unemployment numbers. More from ABC's Richard Davies.
More new jobs were created last month, but the number was just 120,000, far fewer than economists had been forecasting, and way less than January or February. The Labor Department says the unemployment rate fell slightly to 8.2%. That's because fewer people.
Virginia's budget negotiators have agreed to a
official count only
2-year,
work.
$85 billion plan. Lord Fairfax is hosting a teacher's job fair. Higher education officials say many West Virginia high school seniors who could be eligible for aid are not applying. Louis Sheets will headline the business at the Bloom, Vice President of the Sheets. Convenience stores. The wind power study is being conducted in the valley. Usually warm weather meaning the early arrival of strawberries this season. How come every time I come here there's a strawberry story?
I don't know, man. Beats raspberries.
Side up with 2 daughters, a wife, and a mother-in-law in his household. It's another look at the potential dangers of cell phones on young people.
There was a big study last July that found no connection. It was in 4 European countries, and they looked at children who have brain cancer and how much they use their cell phones. Now, these environmental groups have
Good Friday.
Another Friday.
Another holiday. I mean, that's the thing. We come in here on the holidays. There's nothing going on.
I don't see it that way, but this is really important. Whenever a study comes out, you want to see these challenges. You want groups who are skeptical to say, and that's what's going on.
All right, Miss Green's come screaming in the front door.
Thank you, sir.
In the war on crime, so social media, and when it comes to using Twitter, no one is better than the Boston Police Department. It has almost 40,000 followers. The markets are closed for Good Friday. This is ABC News.
Come into Lowe's and save on everything you need to get the yard you want this spring. Right now, 1-quart perennials are 2 for $5. Plus, when you purchase a Scott Snap spreader, you'll get a snapback replacement cartridge for free. Lowe's is here to help your lawn and garden grow this spring. So go on, keep growing. Hurry into Lowe's for these and other great values every day. Lowe's, never stop improving. Offers valid through 4/9/12. See store or Lowe's.com for complete details.
Celebrate and save at Macy's Easter sale. Use your Macy's card or pass and take an extra 15 or 10% off. Dress and casual clothes for kids, 40% off. Dresses for her, $59.99 and $79.99. Suits for her, $79.99. Men's dress shirts, 2 for $50. KitchenAid Artisan Stand Mixer, $349.99. At Macy's Easter sale, going on now. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices, exclusions apply.
For many fans, baseball is practically a religion. But this year, sports and religion are in holiday gridlock. ABC News national correspondent Jim Hickey explains.
The first pitch by hand. For some major leagues, opening day was yesterday. For the rest, it is today. Managers and team owners are excited.
Looking forward to Good Friday.
Yes, it's Good Friday. I thought there's no way. It's Good Friday. In Cincinnati, the Findlay Market Parade is always held on opening day, a moneymaker for vendors. One of our busy days. To avoid conflict with both Good Friday and Passover, the Reds moved their opener to yesterday. In Milwaukee, the Archbishop loves the Brewers, but he says they didn't die for our sins. He'll have to miss today's opening. Jim Hickey, ABC News.
A New Jersey man is lucky to be alive after he accidentally shot a nail into his heart. Dennis Hennis was working on a neighbor's roof when his nail gun jammed a 3.5-inch nail hit the right side of his heart. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
It's Easter at Martin's, and we're celebrating with great bonus buy savings across the store on all your Easter favorites to help you make your holiday extra special.
I love shopping at Martin's. Everything I buy there is awesomely fresh. It's very tasty. I can count on it putting a delicious meal on for my family. I love the bonus buys in all the aisles I go to. There's bonus buy after bonus buy, so when I get to the checkout stand, I've saved tons of money. I love that feeling. I know I'm putting a quality product on for my guests, and I'm saving money at the same time.
This week, use your Martin's and save on your favorites, like giant smoked ham shank portion, just 99 cents per pound. Limit 1 per household with $25 purchase. Golden pineapple, $2.99 each. Giant butter quarters, 2 for $4. Breyer's all-natural ice cream, 2 for $5. And fresh beef rib roast bone-in, $5.99 per pound.
I'm Sharon Dinteman, and I get the most for my money at Martin's.
From all of us at Martin's, have a happy Easter.
The news time is 12:05. It's 49 degrees in Winchester, 48 degrees in Front Royal. I'm Dan McDermott. This is the news at noon. Virginia's budget negotiators have agreed to a 2-year, $85 billion plan. Lord Fairfax Community College is hosting a teacher's job fair. Higher education officials say many West Virginia high school seniors who could be eligible for financial aid for college aren't applying for it. Louis Sheets, yes, that Sheets, is headlining the Business at the Bloom this year. A wind power study is being conducted in the valley. Unusually warm weather, meaning the early arrival of strawberries this season. And Nancy Moyers enjoyed growing excitement recently. We'll tell you why. I'll have details on these stories. Kent Miller's expanded valley forecast. News from around the Commonwealth and elsewhere. Edward Jones has the midday stock update. All this and more when the news at noon continues.
You're listening to the News at Noon on the River 95.3.
It's time now to honor the Shenandoah University Student Athlete of the Week. This week, the women's lacrosse team had 2 student athletes earn USA South Conference weekly honors, and selections announced Monday afternoon by the league office. Sophomore Ashley Cross was named the league's Defensive Player of the Week, while freshman Liz Marie was tabbed as Rookie of the Week. For Marie, it's the 5th consecutive week she's earned rookie honors, while for Cross, it's the 3rd time this spring she's been Defensive Player of the Week, including 2 of the past 3 weeks. Follow the Hornets all season long right here on the River 95.3. Dominion Health and Fitness is offering an early bird registration special for summer camp. Register your kids for Dominion Health and Fitness Summer Camp before April 30th and get discounted rates. Summer camp is June 18th through August 10th. Do not delay. Dominion Health and Fitness also offers Kids Night Out every Friday from 6:30 to 9. Bring the kids in for a break and then take one yourself. Go to DominionHealth.com for more details, or you can call 636-2820. 636-2820.
Hello, this is Trey Kern, sales manager at Kern Motor Company. We are now fully stocked with GMC and now Buick. The Buick Regal and LaCrosse are completely redesigned with advanced styling and technology. The Enclave has a smoother ride than any SUV I've driven. The Lucerne still has that column shift that the older generation has always enjoyed. Come see for yourself and build your own opinion. Kern Motor Company, 2110 Valley Avenue in Winchester, or online at kernmotorco.com.
The news time is 12:07. It's 49 degrees in Winchester, 48 degrees in Front Royal. I'm Dan McDermott. This is the news at noon. Legislative negotiators have agreed on a new $85 billion budget that will direct state spending for the next 2 years. The House and Senate talks ended Thursday afternoon after nearly collapsing in a dispute over money to hold down sharp toll increases in Northern Virginia. Senate Democrats demanded more than the $150 million Republican Governor Bob McDonnell approved for the Dulles project, but the House budget negotiators rejected it. Senate Minority Leader Richard Saslaw says that while the negotiators might approve a report without the Dulles toll abatement, there likely won't be the necessary 21 Senate votes to pass it. The agreement sets up a final vote on the spending bill by April 17. 6 local school divisions will be hosting the 3rd annual Northern Shenandoah Valley Teacher Recruiting Event, Saturday, April 14th from 9 a.m. until noon at Lord Fairfax Community College in Middletown. Public school divisions participating in the event include Clark, Frederick, Page, Shenandoah, and Warren counties, and the city of Winchester. No pre-registration is required. More than 100 openings for the 2012-2013 school year are expected. By partnering for the event, the host school divisions will provide candidates the opportunity for one-stop shopping in their hunt while presenting the districts a wide array of potential employees with their qualifications in hand. More than an opportunity for recent college graduates, the event is billed as a job fair for staff from local schools to learn about opportunities at other schools in our region. Higher education officials say that many West Virginia high school seniors who could be eligible for financial aid for college are not applying. The Higher Education Policy Commission says only 42% have completed the free application for federal student aid, even though about 60% will eventually go to college. Financial Aid Director Brian Weingart says the forms are critical to winning scholarships and state and federal grants. He says students of every income level should apply. The state uses the form in awarding both the need-based West Virginia Higher Education Grant and Promise scholarships. The application must be done by April 16th for the grant program. Weingart says surveys show that cost is the top reason West Virginia students don't pursue higher education, so the Commission is trying to encourage awareness. Louis Sheets, Executive Vice President of Sheets Stores, will be the headline speaker at the 2012 Valley Health Business at the Bloom, the festival's updated version of the Fast Forward Luncheon. Seeking a super speaker for the growing lineup of festival speakers, Apple Blossom's festival president Tom Scully found Louis Sheets to be the best candidate to answer the question, what's good for business this year? Louis is the younger brother of Sheets founder Bob Sheets. Since its humble beginnings as a single dairy store in 1952, the Sheets convenience store chain now operates 412 stores in 6 states. They employ about 15,000 people. Sheets is still a family business with more than $5 billion in revenue last year. Sheets ranks 58 on the Forbes list of top private companies. The Massanutten Regional Governor's School near Mount Jackson is planning a study to determine whether there's sufficient wind to provide electricity for the school and Triplet Tech. The Virginia Center for Wind Energy has loaned Massanutten a 66-foot meteorological wind tower. Data collected by students will be given to researchers at James Madison University. The data also will be used in the classroom and will be available to the public. Remy Pangle with the center tells the Daily News Record that the project's goal is primarily to provide education about wind power. The project is part of the National Wind for Schools program. The unusually warm weather will mean the early arrival of strawberries this season. The Virginia Farm Bureau says the arrival of strawberries will be one holiday earlier this year, While Mother's Day traditionally marks the berries' debut, this year they'll be arriving soon after Easter. Rob French says the strawberries he grows on 9 acres in Cumberland County will be 3.5 weeks early. He says that's a good thing, but he's still wary of frost. Virginia Beach grower Mike Culliford recalls a 2007 Easter freeze that hurt some of Virginia's fruit growers. He says he's keeping his fingers crossed. Nancy Moyers of Reliance was feeling some Mega Millions excitement when she bought 10 tickets from the 7-Eleven on Main Street in Middletown for the March 27th Mega Millions drawing. The jackpot had reached $363 million, and Ms. Moyers was hopeful. While at her friend's house, she watched the drawing on television. To her growing excitement, she watched her own numbers appear. Moyers told Virginia lottery officials, "I saw those numbers pop up one after the other. Although Ms. Moyers didn't win the big jackpot that day, she did match the first 5 numbers drawn, winning $250,000. Moyers has no immediate plans for her winnings. Mega Millions drawings are held Tuesday and Friday nights at 11. The drawings are broadcast on televisions across Virginia and streamed live at VALottery.com and on the lottery's Facebook page. The news time coming up on 12:13. When we come back, Kemp Miller has his expanded midday forecast. We'll have news from around the Commonwealth and elsewhere. Edward Jones Investments has the midday stock update. And we've got sports. That's all coming up on the news at noon.
Now is the time of year to anticipate and look forward to the new fresh life that the spring season brings. Donahoe's Florist on Royal Avenue in Front Royal has just what you need to bring that fresh energy into your home decor. Jean and the staff at Donahoe's go above and beyond every single time in creating personal, customized, fresh, or silk floral arrangements. Donahoe's Florist also work their magic on wreaths, centerpieces, and memorials. Flowers are a universal language of love and care and are always an appropriate gesture. The floral artists at Donahoe's Florist will create just the right fresh or silk flower arrangement to say exactly what you feel. Donahoe's Florist doesn't just do flowers. At Donahoe's, you'll find a variety of home decor and accent pieces just right for every season. Visit Donahoe's Florist today, 205 South Royal Avenue in Front Royal, or online at donahoesflorist.com. You can also call 635-2815. Donahoe's Florist, your affordable, extra-touch florist. You're listening to the News at Noon on the River 95.3.
If you want a place to unwind and relax after work, it's the Piccadilly Public House. If you want a place to hold a special event like a reunion or wedding reception, it's the Piccadilly Public House. Or if you want to enjoy a delicious lunch or dinner, it's the Piccadilly Public House. Casual to formal, wings and burgers to hand-carved steaks and seafood, for 1 to 100 people, the Piccadilly Public House is the one place in town that meets all your needs. The Piccadilly Public House, on the corner of Kent and Piccadilly Streets in historic downtown Winchester. News, sports, weather, winning, and your greatest hits. Randy and the Wake Up Crew, live from the First Bank Studios, weekday mornings on the River 95.3 and the River95.3online.com. The National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning from 2 until 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Look for morning clouds today, giving way to sunny and breezy with a high of 57 this afternoon. Fair tonight, low 34, and Saturday, mostly sunny, continued breezy with a high of 62. On Sunday, Easter Sunday, mostly sunny and 68 degrees, and then a series of upper-level lows move in. So Monday, look for increasing clouds with a chance of showers, high 65, and a chance of showers and 60 on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Kemp Miller for the News at Noon.
The news time is now 12:15. It is 47 degrees in Winchester, 46 in Front Royal. I'm Dan McDermott. This is the News at Noon. Capitol Records Nashville is increasing the number of free tickets for an Alan Jackson fundraising concert in a Virginia town hit hard by last year's earthquake. Capitol says in a news release that 3,000 free tickets will be available on April 18th on a first-come, first-served basis. The concert will be held May 20th in Mineral, the epicenter of the 5.8 magnitude earthquake. Initially, Capitol planned to provide free tickets only to Mineral's roughly 490 residents. That prompted complaints from Louisa County residents that the concert had been promoted as free. Tickets are still being sold for the concert. Proceeds will help the county rebuild schools damaged by that earthquake. But Capitol says anyone who's bought tickets can get a refund through April 13th at ticketfly.com. The Virginia Department of Historic Resources has approved 3 new roadside historical markers, including one honoring an escaped slave who inspired abolitionists. Anthony Burns escaped his masters and fled to Boston in 1854 under the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. His owner demanded his return to Virginia. His arrest in Boston sparked an attempt to rescue him, resulting in an escort of 1,500 troops to ensure he was delivered back to Virginia. A marker honoring Burns has been approved for Stafford County. The other markers commemorating Henry County's first courthouse and recognized Justin Holland, a black 19th century classical guitarist and arranger. The Henry County marker is proposed for US 57 and Route 93, while the Holland marker is proposed for Chesapeake. Virginia has more than 2,200 historical markers. A federal grand jury in Virginia on Thursday returned a 5-count indictment against John Kiriakou, who was arrested in January. The indictment charges Kiriakou with leaking the identity of a covert CIA officer. It also accuses Kiriakou of disclosing the name and contact information of an officer who worked with him on the capture of suspected al-Qaeda financier Abu Zubaydah in the months after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. Kiriakou is charged with making false statements and violating the Intelligence Identities Protection Act and the Espionage Act. Kiriakou is scheduled to be arraigned April 13th. Robert Trout, one of Kirikau's lawyers, declined to comment Thursday. The Virginia Beach Police Department is beefing up patrols along the ocean front, with the tourist city's schools letting out students for spring break. Police say students flocked to the boardwalk and the beach last year during spring break, so they're adding additional officers during this year's edition. Spring break for the beach's schools starts Friday and runs through April 15th. Besides the additional officers, police are enforcing a curfew of 11 p.m. Police say any juvenile who violates the curfew will be held until a parent or guardian picks them up. The schools are expected to remind students of the curfew before they depart for spring break. West Virginia has submitted the next phase of its plan to help clean up the Chesapeake Bay. The so-called Watershed Implementation Plan released Thursday is part of a 6-state and District of Columbia partnership to reduce pollution entering the estuary. The pollution diet reduces sediment, nitrogen, and phosphorus from various sources, including agriculture, wastewater treatment plants, and stormwater. 8 eastern Panhandle counties are within the Bay's watershed. They are Pendleton, Grant, Mineral, Hardy, Hampshire, Morgan, Berkeley, and Jefferson. States in the Chesapeake Bay's watershed have committed to having 60% of all pollution control measures in place by 2017. The restoration plan has a 2025 completion date. Environmental Protection Agency is overseeing the Bay's cleanup and reports progress in restoring the Bay. West Virginia and federal officials are recommending aerial treatment of more than 40,000 forested acres this year to slow the spread of gypsy moths. The state's Department of Agriculture and the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service say trapping results determine that treatment is needed in McDowell and Mercer counties. The treatment involves pheromone flakes, which confuse the male moths during the mating process. Officials say wildlife experts have assured them no rare, threatened, or endangered species will be harmed by the treatments. The gypsy moth treatments will be applied in mid to late June, depending on weather conditions and the stage of development of gypsy moths. An abandoned railroad bridge is making its debut at Highbridge Trail State Park near Farmville, offering a spectacular view for bikers, hikers, and equestrians of the Appomattox River. The 2,400-foot-long high bridge opens Friday, becoming the final link connecting 31 miles of State Park. The bridge has been under construction since March 2011. It towers 160 feet above the Appomattox River. Virginia State Park officials say the bridge is the centerpiece of the park, which is located in Prince Edward and Cumberland counties. The bridge is located less than 5 miles from downtown Farmville. The news time, 12:20. When we come back, Edward Jones Investments has the midday stock update, and we've got sports. That's next on the news at noon.
The Department of Transportation Road Alert reports. In Frederick County, bridge deck replacement work will occur on the Route 657 Cincinnati Road Bridge over Interstate 81. There will be single-lane traffic with a 10.5-foot width restriction on the bridge.
Am I allowed to talk?
I don't know if I can hear you.
Motorists
Can you hear me now?
can also expect
I can't hear you.
closures and intermittent nighttime lane closures due to the bridge work.
None of the mic's working.
Yeah, I can't hear. I see the top. I can see the chat, but I can't hear anything you're saying.
At Route 340-522 will involve lane and shoulder closures Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Flaggers will be controlling traffic.
It's a radio station computer, so it's not putting any audio out, so I can't hear anything you're saying, but I can see your chat. Last time I did this, I had my laptop.
And shoulder closures daily. The speed limit has been reduced to 45 miles per hour in the work zone. All work is subject to change. On the web, get the complete VDOT road report in 3 clicks. Go to the VDOT website at virginiadot.org. Click on Travel Center and then the Travel Advisory link. You can also obtain real-time road and traffic conditions by dialing 511 on your landline or wireless phone.
More than ever, it's vital to support our local economy by shopping local. By supporting local merchants, service providers, and businesses, we're putting money back into our community. $68 of every $100 spent with local merchants stays right here. Only $43 of every $100 spent at a box store stays, and almost none stays when you shop online. Spend it here, keep it here. This message is service of The River 95.3 WZRV. Support our local economy by shopping local.
The News at Noon in Valley Business Today broadcast live each Wednesday from I.J. Cans American Grill, located in Creekside Shopping Center in Winchester. I.J. Cans has a new larger lounge and bar, as well as a private room for get-togethers of up to 100 people. I.J. Cans also features a DJ and live entertainment on Saturdays. That's the News at Noon in Valley Business Today, broadcasting live each Wednesday from I.J. Cans American Grill, located in Creekside Shopping Center in Winchester.
What was that? You've struck the underground electric line. Power's out everywhere. Loss of electric service is inconvenient. If you strike an underground line while digging, you'll risk electric shock or worse, and you could knock out power to the entire neighborhood. Be safe. Call 811 2 days before you dig, and Miss Utility will mark all underground lines. Don't take chances. Call 811 before you dig. It's the law, and it's the right thing to do. This reminder brought to you by Rappahannock Electric Cooperative.
Since 1949, membership in the Front Royal Federal Credit Union has had its privileges and has offered the same great service under the same name. You're eligible to join if you live, work, go to school, or worship in Warren County, or have an immediate family member who is already a member. Open your deposit today with as little as $5 and ask about free checking. Visit footroyalfcu.org for details on the great services and great service. Federally insured to at least $250,000 by the NCUA, the Front Royal Federal Credit Union, your financial neighbor since 1949.
The News at Noon continues on The River 95.3. It's time for sports. Nationally ranked Shenandoah University earned its 4th straight baseball win with a 6-4 non-league victory over future ODAC rival Hampden-Sydney last night. Shenandoah 21-7 led 6-2 after scoring 2 runs in the 8th, but saw Hampden-Sydney bring the tying run to the plate with 2 outs in the 9th. Freshman Matt Riegler, who came on in relief of junior Nick McMahon midway through the 8th, induced a potential game-winning ground ball, but the play was booted for a double error, allowing Hampden-Sydney to cut the deficit in half. Riegler then got a fly to left to end the game and collected save number 4 of the spring. Shenandoah hosts number 3, Christopher Newport, for a big 2-game set beginning tonight at 6 at Bridgeport. Steven Strasburg, meanwhile, dominated for 7 innings, and he and Desmond singled in the go-ahead run in the 9th to give the Washington Nationals a season-opening 2-1 win over the Cubs yesterday. Strasburg, starting his first opener, allowed 1 run.
Oh, we have a chair, right?
You need another chair?
Yeah. Miles an hour when he struck
Here, I got
Starlin
one.
Castro in the 6th. Tyler Clifford, one of the
You don't want to be on the show?
get the win in relief.
You don't want to be on the show?
Nats general manager Mike Rizzo says the team has no intention of trading pitcher John Lannon. Rizzo says
This is
teams
1,
have
2,
shown
3, and
interest.
we get rid of 4.
Rizzo says he understands Lannon's frustration over being optioned to AAA Syracuse, calling him an ultra-competitive.
He does have an LED
Nats
on.
sent Lannon to the
Oh, he
minors
does?
earlier in the week, deciding to give the number 5 spot.
So I'll just start at 12 o'clock, yes.
Lefty Ross Detweiler. The second round of the Masters is underway.
4 is plugged in, correct? Or 3. So I just use 1, 2, 3. So that should be good, in theory. So they always try new things out on me. You know?
You got them all on?
And Sweden's Peter Hansen after
All 3 are up, 12 o'clock,
Oh,
and
there
this is
we go. I
up.
didn't see that one.
Oh, there is a instant thing.
Yeah, there's